Hello YouTube, in this video I'm going to make a product review on the Iron grippers that you can use to train your grip or your forearms. So first and foremost, these are extremely durable. You pretty much are guaranteed to be able to keep these the rest of your life. I've had some of them for 4 or 5 years. They don't really rust, they don't get damaged. I've bought grippers before that were quite weak in this area and they would break. Nothing is scarier than training your grip, watching TV and hearing that explosion go off with metal just going everywhere. It will never happen with this. If you can break this with your grip, you might be a mountain gorilla. So these two I have here are the 1 and the 1.5. I have the 2 and the trainer one as well. I think that a good thing about these two is that because there are so many different variations of them, it's very easy to progress, meaning that if you can close a 1, I wouldn't say 10 times, a 1.5 you will be able to rep it a few times. I personally don't train for grip, I train for hypertrophy and I quite like them for it, even though they're not the best to grow your forearms. They are a nice tool because they're not taxing, you can do them whenever, in between sets, it's not going to wind you, so that's a nice accessory to have for any type of lifter. What I like about them too, and what most people might not think about when they buy them, is they're quite comfortable. Unless what most people might think, people who've never trained with them, these guys, the cheap ones with the nice padding, are much worse. Because one, the padding rolls around, so it's not stable in your hand. And two, what really matters about these is not really the material they're made of, if they're tough or not, it's the surface area. Because the biggest it is, the more it's going to press against your hand. These are quite thin, they're nice and thin. So when you grab them in your hand, you can position them so that they push against the muscle in your hands. Whereas if it's too big, you don't really get the choice. It's going to go where it has to go and it might push against nerves and it might be quite uncomfortable. I had some problems training with grippers before because I had nerve pain in my hands. And ever since I bought the Captains of Crushers, I never had any issues. They don't hurt, they're not uncomfortable. So you can use them like this, you can use them like this. I'm not a pro with them. For me, for some reason, it's much easier doing them like this. I don't know if it's the leverage or whatever, but for me it is. The price is quite reasonable, again, because I told you that it's going to last you a lifetime, and if you want to pass that on to your grandchildren, you will be able to. So that's a good thing. And it's a combined review. You also get these if you want to bundle them. It's cheaper if you bundle them, usually. And they complete each other super well because this is a grip movement and this works the antagonist muscles of the end opening up. Something I found is that, strangely, doing too much of this might develop some elbow pain, but if you complement it with this, you'll be fine. So a great way to do it is, let's say you do heavy squats and you want to train your grips, you do squats, and then during your rest period of 3 minutes, you do grippers, and then you superset with this. And you'll be fine. It's a great way to work your forearms without spending any time, not much money, and it's not taxing. It's not going to tax you at all, unless you do a heavy pull session the next day and you need your grip to be fresh. I found that these don't destroy your forearms too much, but doing them every day or doing them the day before a pulling session, if you don't use straps, might not be the best of ideas. So this is my review of the Iron Captains of Crushers. I personally go up to the 2. I think it goes up to 4. Closing the 4 is like a massive achievement. The 3 and the 2.5, you already have a very strong grip. If you are brand new to them, I would advise you to start with the T, the trainer one, and then gauge where you stand from there and buy them up. Don't buy them all at the same time. Don't buy too high. Start low and then buy up when you're able to rep them. Thank you for watching. I hope this review was useful to you and have a good day.